Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. I decided to wait for the official results for the rating of Batwoman this week, as things do tend to flux quite a fair bit. Before we get into this week's rating, which is, as you can see, bizarre, and we'll get into that a little bit more in a moment. Last week's ended with a 0.417. It was initially predicted as a 0.399. So this ended up being the fourth worst ever rating of Batwoman. Not only that, the demo was the worst ever. 0.07. Virtually nobody in the advertising demographic, the advertising bracket, this is what people want, are watching the show. And this is what advertisers need. This is what they look at. You know, this can be high or low at the end of the day, but it really doesn't matter if the demo itself is low, because that's what really controls the advertisers. So it was an absolutely, you have to understand and appreciate this, the worst week ever for Batwoman last week. The worst week ever when you combine the demo versus the rating. Now, last week's episode was trash. I mean, it was pathetic. And then when I watched this week's episode, it was worse. Actually worse. I don't think I've seen a more boring, nothing happening, stupid episode of Batwoman yet. And here we are. And I was legitimately, I ain't going to BS here, I was legitimately thinking, oh my God, I can't wait for the ratings. This is going to be, after coming off the back of last week's garbage, this week's going to be an absolute clown show of an episode when it comes to the ratings. And I thought we were going to see somewhere in the region of like 0.345, something like that. But it comes in, and it was a preliminary 0.522, I think it was. And I was just like, what? What? And the demo will be at 0.1. Always, you know, it's kind of like a default 0.1 for this show. But it was amended down to 0.009. The fourth worst demo the show has ever had, I do believe. Now, to kind of really appreciate the scale of this, look, you can see the demo is up 28%. You can see that the ratings is up 25% for this episode, which, by the way, I don't think is a trend. I think this is anomalous, but we'll see. I have to ask myself, first of all, was there something that wasn't on last night that would be normally on? And did the show manage to accumulate a few extra 1,000 viewers because of that? Or was the show just so great? No, I'm kidding. You know, it had to be something within the TV realm that wasn't showing. Was there a sport which has been there, which is now finished? You know, NBA. I don't know. I don't follow that kind of stuff. I follow the NFL, but that's it. I like the NFL. But look, this, if we go to season 2 ratings, is the best rating since episode 11 of season 2. This is the best rating in 11 episodes, and it makes 0 sense. 0 sense that I can even begin to fathom. But even if we look at something similar here, this 5.61 got a 0.17 demo. My goodness me, they would kick the door down. That was a hard thing to say, to get a rating like that. But if you look here, sandwiched between, this rating in itself seems anomalous, seems weird. It's low then jumps up substantially, then, including the demo, then goes terrible. And then it sets off a chain reaction of abysmal ratings going through to the end of the season. Now, we can't do a direct comparison with last year, of course, because as you can see here, the season 2 for Batwoman started in January with all the coof going on. It delayed filming. So all these October starts that would normally happen didn't happen. And we got a January start and a reduced season of 18 episodes. My goodness, I think that was like 17 episodes too many. But, you know, there we go. So coming into here, 3rd of November. What? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Okay, so, yeah, all right. Small victory, but I don't think this is going to be a pattern. If this starts to be a pattern, I will be so shocked because the quality of this show has been absolutely abysmal to date. Now, one thing, though, that I would like to say is after I think it was the 3rd episode of season 2, they did announce season 3. So you have to bear in mind that they announced season 3 when their ratings were on the plummet already. I mean, that was a terrible start to season 2. Season 3, yes, saw a little bit of a rise, but as you can see after that, we go back into a plummet again. We have not, after 4 episodes of season 3, had a renewal of Batwoman yet. Now, this could be that they're biding their time. I think it took 7 episodes in season 1 before they announced a season 2. However, I do think that any decision on that could be waylaid at the moment simply because of what is going on with the production right now. With the conflict between the CW and Ruby Rose, which isn't dying down. If you're not aware of the latest, what we did have, of course, was Ruby Rose came out, made some accusations. Dougray Scott responded to deny accusations. Ruby Rose, then crew members came out saying that Ruby Rose was a tyrant. Then Ruby Rose came out and said that Dougray Scott had hit her with a $10 million lawsuit using Greg Berlante's lawyers. This is so bitchy. It's great. Woke on woke crime is so good. Then we had a little stay of silence. Then Ruby Rose came out again on Instagram saying, "Hey, Caroline Dries, do you want me to release the emails that out you as somebody who confessed to using the gay community to get your stuff done and to try and milk them for money?" Who's been saying that forever? This guy. And then she did release some emails, not the Caroline Dries emails, but she did release some emails talking about how she was talking to her manager about quitting the show, how things were terrible on set, how she tried to initiate a no shouting on set due to apparently Dougray Scott. Then somebody who worked as an extra came out and said that Dougray Scott was he wasn't a horrible man. He was like not a friendly guy. You know, he was very kind of like stern and professional, but they didn't see him going around abusing anyone or shouting at anyone. So this thing just will not die. And maybe while there's a pending lawsuit going on, I mean, just imagine if this lawsuit is legit, if Dougray Scott has hit Ruby Rose with a $10 million, what I'd imagine would be like a defecation. Defecation? Not a defecation. defamation. Dude, Gray Scott just hit me with a defecation lawsuit. Shat all over my desk. Defamation. If he did hit it with a $10 million defamation lawsuit, and just imagine if it went to court, the publicity around that. And what if Ruby Rose won? Just think of the embarrassment that it would have on the show, on the set. So there is a lot going on right now with it. And I think a lot of this stuff is anomalous. And I think this rating, we shouldn't put too much stock into it. However, really need to see what next week's is like. Because I think we're going to see a drop down quite dramatically. But as it stands, Batwoman this week posted its best rating in 11 episodes by hook or by crook. I don't, you know, I'm not implying that you can fudge TV numbers. I don't know how you would do that. And it sounds really silly, conspiracy theorist, considering the demo is still absolutely in the toilet. But it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.